Now, over to the Jay Slater story, because Jay Slater's family are to meet with Spanish police today after officers called off the search for the Lancashire teenager in a mountainous area of Tenerife.
The family say they will continue to look themselves after being left disappointed by a call for volunteers, which saw just 6 people turn out to look for the teenager over the weekend. Well, joining us now to tell us more is our reporter, Charlie Peters. Charlie, it's 2 weeks today since Jay was last heard from. What new lines are there?
Well, very limited, and part of that is because the civil guard in Tenerife don't have a very public-facing strategy. They're quite similar to the gendarmerie in France or the carabinieri in Italy. They are a military force, really. They have links with the military. They are quite secretive in their operation. There are no press conferences here. There's no family liaison officer even, so they're not really keeping in the family in the loop with the details of the operation. But journalists on the island speaking to the civil guard in a non-public facing manner have reported in the last couple of days that they are keeping all lines of inquiry open. And even though they've closed this public-facing search, there is a wider investigation still going on. And a journalist I've been speaking to who's on the island told me that even if they're not visibly involved with this operation as they were over the last couple of weeks with those mountain rescue teams, this investigation is open and pursuing different lines. Potentially that Jay Slater is being held against his will. This has been something that's been raised regularly, and that is almost certainly a line of inquiry that the civil guard in Tenerife will be considering. And as that goes on, Jay's family are said to be heartbroken and devastated that this public search has closed. But people involved with the operation have said that if the civil guard did truly believe that Jay Slater's body was in that area, then they would continue that search. His last known location was that area in the rural Tenerife Park, 8:50, 2 Mondays ago. They've scoured that area over and over again. They brought in sniffer dog reinforcements from Madrid last week. They've had a whole week to operate with helicopters, drones, several units. If he's not there, the investigation has been widened to other areas.
Although this was clearly a costly operation, 2 weeks on, clearly if it's going to be a search operation in this area, this mountainous terrain, it would be a recovery operation. Are they not just cutting costs?
I haven't heard them respond to that criticism, but it's clear that they're still investigating elsewhere. Cutting costs, I mean, they're duty-bound to investigate if someone's gone missing, and they've certainly scoured the understandable and legitimate radius in which they have been issued to track. If they'd expanded the radius further and further away from that really rocky northwesterly area, there's only so far that Jay Slater could have possibly travelled, considering the state he was in on that phone call reportedly had with his friend Lucy.
Okay.